It's finally arrived. Guys, I've not been this excited for a wholesale order in a long time. Yes guys, how's it going? Kenny Finds and Flips here again today. I hope you're all keeping well. So, when I first started this channel, I made the decision, when I'm doing these wholesale unboxings, if I ever get to the stage where companies are potentially offering me credit, or if they're offering me, money to do a review or whatever, I would be a bit hesitant. I would order a different bundle to a different address to compare it, or just flat out decline it. However, Fleek Wholesale have offered me a little bit of credit to make this video. They've also very kindly given me a little affiliate code, so if any of you guys have never used Fleek before, you can get £25 off your first order as well, which is great. However, as I say, I've decided to go ahead with this one and do this one because everything that I've purchased, you could have purchased. You can see the bundles on the website. I'm not getting any favourable deal here, any favourable stock rather, by doing this video. Everything that I'm away unbox, you can get yourself. So I thought, why not? Initially I'm actually quite impressed by the whole ordering process. So I arranged a hand pick with a supplier, went on video call with them, picked my 21 items. It was shipped out on the 20th of November, it arrived on the 9th of December, and that was coming from overseas as well. So that's good, first of all. So this order came in total with my discount, £315. And yeah, I'm very excited for this, to be fair. I think it could make me a decent amount of money if the product's good. So as always guys, we've received the box. Oh my god, so this is the box. It is a bit tattered, right? Which isn't great, obviously. But, you know what, it came from overseas. So, haven't opened it, so I'm going to open it just now and we'll unbox it and I'll let you know what I got. So that took a bit longer than expected to open that box. So, yeah, I'll jump to the future there. So, what did we get? I went for something different, something I've never seen anyone buy on Fleek before. So I went for hiking boots. Now I've just realised this is brilliant. However, they're all individually bagged. So that's not going to make for great content. But this is very good packaging, obviously, very good. So I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to unbag them, otherwise it's going to be a headache. And then I'll come back to you. So I'm back. I've also realised in that process that having 21 pairs of boots spread out probably isn't feasible to make a video. So we're going to cut this into segments of 5 boots per segment. So initially, what I must say straight off the bat, he said to me on the video, he's like, don't worry, I'll clean them up, I'll polish them, I'll make them look nice. I was like, right, that's brilliant. But I didn't think he would actually use shoe polish, which is, yeah, this is some of the best service I've ever received from a wholesaler, I'm not going to lie to you. My hands have got shoe polish all over them because I did not expect him to actually use shoe polish. And initially off the bat, the boots look in good condition, so this is one. This is I think this is just unbranded, to be fair. But this is a good one. This is the second pair, and they're all in decent condition. Remember, if you watched one of my previous car boot sale hauls, you'll have seen I picked up boots like these and they go quite strongly, so I'm genuinely quite impressed by this so far. Again, I think this is unbranded. I was just kind of going, if it had a Vibram sole, I said, yeah, add it to the pile, but this one's unbranded. But the same one. See, this is why I didn't want to spread 21 pairs of boots onto the floor, because, that could have got a bit messy. Yeah, so he's definitely shoe polished it. So that's fantastic. So these are another Vibram pair. Don't think there's any branding to them, but they'll go strong, you know what I mean? Weber, unless Weber's the brand. These are a good one, Loa Gore-Tex. They'll do very well. Again, like I'm only showing you one shoe, but they're all, you know, both shoes in good condition. Yeah, so that's the first 5. I'm now going to split it up into another 5 and then come back. Right, so I'm back. Upon unboxing the next lot of 5, I have realised that this is box 1 of 2 and box 2 of 2 has not yet arrived. So this video will be cut short in my current outfit, and I will be back to you soon when the second box arrives. But yeah, so far so good. So this is another Vibram pair, hand wag. They're pretty good, right? So I'm quite chuffed with them. These are just unbranded as well, I believe. Yeah, I just thought they were in good condition. Might as well take a punt. Another pair. These unbranded as well. Are they the same ones? They look very similar, don't they? But yeah, these style of boots do well regardless of if they're branded or not. So yeah, quite chuffed with that. These are Mendel boots. You know, Mendel's a good brand as well. Vibram again. I'm actually over the moon with this so far, to be fair. I'm not just saying that. These are all in perfect condition. And then these are by a brand, Kiwa. So again, really good condition. So, first 10 of 21, very, very chuffed. Worth the money, probably worth the £300 just from the 10, you know what I mean? Well, maybe not, but yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in the future with the second part of the video. Bye-bye. Right, so we're back. It's the next day and my second box has arrived, so that's good. And yes, I am wearing the exact same jumper as I was yesterday, but I am a grown-up and I'm allowed to do that. If I want to wear a jumper 2 days in a row, I can, okay? So, the sort of good thing, sometimes with these wholesale orders, I'll unbox it and I'll show you it to the camera and I'll be like, oh, this is good. And then I'll go away, I'll publish the video, and then when I come to process it, I'll notice some defects and stuff like that. And the video's already live, so I can't really like say like after the fact, oh, this has got tons of holes and stuff. Luckily, because this came on the second day, I've had time to sort of look through the first boots that have came. And I'll be honest, they're all in pretty good condition with the exception of one. Conveniently enough, the Loa Gore-Tex ones, which have probably been the most expensive ones, but it's just the sole here. You know, there's a bit coming away at the sole, which isn't ideal, and there's some degrading to the sole here and here, and here as well, to be fair. So, yeah. I'll still be able to sell them. I'll still be able potentially to make a profit on them as well, which is good. But yeah, the second box has arrived. Same again. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's edit that out maybe. I think they're all going to be bagged again, so I'll be back in a second once I've opened up the box and unbagged them, and we'll do 5 at a time like we did last time. Right, so we'll get going. Scarpa boots. These are good. These are the boots that I mentioned earlier in the video, I think. You normally get about 40 quid for these. Although I can't see a size. I should really ask them about sizes and stuff. I was like, as long as they're like a 7 or above, but even this could potentially be a women's size, you know? There's another one. These are fairly small, to be fair. They usually say, they'll say somewhere, they're usually written on the inside or something like that. But they're good as well. We've got Mendel. Mendel's a good one. So these are 41, so a 7. So, you know, not maybe the most desirable brand, but certainly good. These I think are unbranded. Well, they do have a brand there, but I can't see it. Yeah, it's a bit worn, but Vibram sole. These I remember, I just thought they looked kind of funky. They do have a Vibram sole, but I don't think these are branded either. I can see anyway. Does it say on the inside? No. But yeah, these are pretty cool, aren't they? Right, so these ones are a bit degraded here at the sole as well, actually. But that's okay. So far, two that I'm saying are a bit damaged. Handwag again. Handwag is a good brand, very good brand. Can't see. The issue is the sizes are always so deep inside the boot that you can't actually make it out. Anyway, that's the first 5 of the second box. We'll move on to the next 5. Back again. So yeah, in terms of I've said it before, in terms of those shoes being individually wrapped, that's brilliant. Doesn't make for good content, however, because I have to go away and come back. He's also polished up all of the shoes, as I mentioned before, and I've got shoe polish all over my hands, which is, yeah, I don't know. These are like, I'm complaining that the surface is too good almost, which is strange. So last 6. Yeah, I think these are unbranded as well, to be fair. There was a few that I just kind of took a punt on that looked decent, you know what I mean? These unbranded as well. Yeah, more boots. These are, yeah, I can't read that. But I was googling some of the brands that I hadn't heard of, like whilst I was on the call with them. So these are worth the money, but I don't know what brand. I can't really read it, but they are worth the money. We're almost there. A couple more. What's this? Have I already shown you this one? I'm losing track. Anyway, Vibram vintage walking boot, fantastic. Can't see the brand. This is a Gore-Tex Vibram one. Very nice. And then last but not least, another Handwag, which is a good one, Vibram sole. Yeah, I'm happy with this, I'm not going to lie. Very happy with this. £315 it would have cost all in. Obviously I got a bit of discount from Fleek. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that, I'm not going to lie, guys. But as I say, my advice to you guys, if you haven't used Fleek, first of all, use my affiliate code, which is in the description below, for £25 off your first order. My advice is talk to the suppliers, pick your products that you want and go from there. Don't make the pre-made bundles, because I have heard that sometimes pre-made bundles aren't the best. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will probably order again. Bye bye.